I am readied up. Let's do this. If they're ready to go, I mean, aren't we supposed to... I guess we're dropping. Okay, video time.
Crap, what map are we on?
North. No. I'm having to look too.
The rocky shores of the North Sea comprise the setting for a titanic clash of enemy fleets. These tall evergreens and mossy rocks will soon bear witness to the deafening sounds of battle as two teams vie for dominance of the ocean. This is North. North is a 48 by 48 kilometer domination-style map with 3 cap points running in a line from west to east. The A cap is on the left, B is in the center, and C is on the right. Changed from the old 4-cap configuration in Update 0.7.9, North has proved itself an exciting map to play in tournament mode. Cap A on the left is largely unchanged from previous iterations of the map. A large diameter cap circle bordered by an island on the eastern edge, it's highly accessible to enemy destroyers, and there aren't many places for radar cruisers to hide nearby. As the smallest capture area on the board, the confines of Cap B have a new access point via a break in the islands along the eastern edge. The most common access to the cap comes from due north or south, but being in the center of the map means that ships caught out here find themselves targeted by large portions of the enemy team. On the eastern flank, Cap C has a single island within that can provide some shelter for destroyers as they attempt to capture, but it's a long, exposed route to get behind cover. It was once common for radar cruisers to set up shop along the shores of the island on the western edge, but that island has been adjusted to make holding such a position a lot more dangerous. North is chock full of interesting flanking opportunities and tactical plays for teams looking to expose a weak point in an enemy position. The eastern half of the map has historically hosted lots of exciting action as teams jockey for position around the islands of Cap C. 18 ships, 2 teams, 1 victor. It's time to play North.
All right, Zath, here we go on North. Some early scouting by Hakuryu torpedo bombers here as Polsky Zed moving straight up into the B cap. I gotta say, Zath, are you out of the video yet?
Yes, I am, sir.
I gotta say, I'm really surprised to see AP's team composition, right? They've gone Midway double Yamato, seems legit. Worcester double Henri, okay. Mosfa, Gearing, but they brought a Z52.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little surprised by this.
Well, I mean, you talked about earlier about how Z52 seems to have a decent anti-air capabilities. It's got the hydro. You know, you're using the destroyer more as a torpedo spamming boat in King of the Sea, so it kind of makes sense that you want to be able to, you know, throw out your torps as much as possible. That being said, you know, they've got 2 destroyers, so they have the flexibility of rotating their gearing in when they need a gearing. And they have the flexibility of setting the Z52 loose on something when they need the torps.
Well, and maybe there's something there because, you know, with the removal of the ability of carriers to spot torpedoes, maybe you get more action, maybe more usage out of the torpedo spamming. I don't know. Yep. AP going for a split here, a 5-3 split, sending Henri, Yamato, Worcester, Henri, and Gearing way over to the west. Everybody else headed to the east, with Polsky Zed about to back into the reverse into the bottom of the B cap.
Yep, and you notice over here, BRS, they've got triple Henri. They've got a 3 to 5 split, just like on AP side. And it's interesting, so we've got Yamato and Montana here, and then the 2 Worcesters as well.
Both teams sending a tremendous amount of their firepower to A. Now, Zulu's Gearing is the first person to step onto the A cap, and DD Producer's Gearing on this side of the map is in no position to contest him. So AP seems content to let BRS have the A cap for now, while BRS will be picking up the B cap shortly, barring some kind of catastrophe that I can't foresee right now because there's no planes or shells inbound. There we go.
Yeah, and you know, Zulu's got torp spread out too on the Henri down there on.
I see it. They have been spotted. Now, one of the things that I don't like about AP's early deployment, Zath, you know, we caught a glimpse of the BRS forces headed to C. I don't like that AP is not moving to intercept them right now. The Yamato that's south of B is still just chilling there, and then the Moskva that was headed that direction is turning around.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, they're not preventing a push through C. I just want to cut in real quick. Zulu took a big torp, and he is now at 5,000 hit points in
Oof.
that smoke.
Yeah, I see the gap in the salvo, so we'll see if that definitely will come into play later, since they're already down a destroyer, and they're one destroyer now, very low on health early in the game.
BRS now rotating Pelican and Parrish. Instead of going to C, they're going north of B cap to try to work their way down there, kind of like what we saw in the first game of Tosh versus Pink. Meanwhile, Tybalt is going into C cap to get the solo cap. At least that's what I think he's planning on.
Okay, yeah, I see. We've spotted the Henri in C now. DD Producer's Gearing has now smoked Eswin's Wooster right up to the bottom edge of the B cap. I suspect that if Eswin were to radar right now, he could catch and kill Zulu, but I don't know that for a fact.
Zulu is pretty far away. He's not in a smoke anymore.
Okay, all right.
I don't think he's in radar range.
All right. Zed's got a rocket
No.
attack coming in here south of B as he's headed over to C. It looks like to try and do something about this push. Nope, the rockets are leaving. 5 minutes gone. AP up 2 caps early on. About a 50-point lead and growing here. BRS looking for a way to start getting some points. They did put their destroyer into the A cap and bag it early, but they have lost that cap now. Both teams trading health pretty evenly early. I mean, other than that torpedo hit on Zulu, which, by the way, AP is not aware of. They know he took a torpedo, but they don't know how much damage he has. He hasn't been spotted since.
Yeah, and something happened to Tybalt, too. He's pretty low, considering he was by himself.
Must have been Yamato shells. They did have eyes on him for about a good 20, 30 seconds at one point. Really on BRS to make a play here. All AP has to do is just kind of chill and hold the line. Torpedoes continuing to flow through this smoke south of B, but nothing doing.
Yeah, I think they took a little bit too long in trying to decide what to do with Tybalt here. Now he's basically... Yeah,
well,
he should have probably just backed into the cap, got it, and then left, but...
Mustang's Yamato is kind of holding a position where he can sort of have overwatch on B and C simultaneously. I thought they would put Clouded Nine's Moskva closer over, maybe on the 8 line, due south of the C cap, but they haven't done it. They rotated Polsky over there, but now he's kind of just working that gap. He's hanging out in kind of about F7, G7, kind of keeping an eye on both capture points at the moment.
Tybalt took a pretty bad dive bomb hit there. Looked like 15k or something almost.
Well, we know the power of Midway's HE. Parrish's Wooster now spotted, headed towards the top end of the B cap. Really good timing on that because Mustang's Yamato is about to have no shots on him. There's an island in the way. He's going to have to stop and reverse.
Parrish still took, looked like 2 penetrations from that Yamato.
He did get his stern turret on him, but right now his bow turrets can't get over there, and he can't see him anyway.
Branner is very low. He just took a hit.
We don't have eyes on him at the moment. AP trading better than BRS here in the early going. Working on a 250-point lead here or so on North. BRS seems that they seem to be struggling to figure out what to do next, Zaf. Or maybe they're... Okay, there we go. Some action now as Zulu is apparently back onto the A cap.
Yeah, it almost felt like they... When AP didn't go for C, they kind of said, well, now what do we do?
They're really focusing Wushi's Henri here. Lots of fire coming in on him. At about 13k and falling, but both the Wooster, the Montana, north of B are firing on him. Everybody north of A is firing on him.
Reporting the target position.
Polsky now has ducked into the bottom end of C. He'll be grabbing it shortly as Tybalt takes a couple of Z torpedoes.
Yep, there's that Z52 coming in handy.
Polsky does bag the C cap, so they trade caps here. AP still has nearly a 300-point lead, but first blood may yet go to BRS. They're really, really working on Wushi's Henri here. A Kuryu AP drop coming in now. The AP bombs.
Oh, first blood Tybalt.
Whoa! Tybalt? Yep, Polsky bags Tybalt there with guns. That's going to free up the C cap entirely. Wooshy's still under threat, under 4K. As now the Wooster is into the B cap, and they have no eyes on him, Zath. They can't see whoever it is that's capping B. They've fallen back too far.
Right. However, as soon as that gets spotted, you can see Mustang is ready. So I wouldn't be surprised to see something coming up. Mosfa now shooting randomly.
He is. Mustang is moving up to try to get his barrels on the cap, but they can't stop it now. BRS is going to pick up the B cap. And if
Silver is really low.
Yep, Silver Doc is also very low, 2K. They're calling for focus fire on both him and Branner. And they do get Silver. More rocket planes coming in for Woshy's Henri way back here on the H line. But now
we gotta kill him fast.
But now he's healing again, and the rocket strike is over. He took one pass, and that was it. Parrish's Wooster now spotted in the gap there on the extreme edge of the B cap, leaving the cap.
Beautiful radar by Parrish, though, detecting that Z-52.
Yep. Polsky is dumping torpedoes up the channel. We'll see if anything comes of it.
Meanwhile, Branner goes down to absolute detonation.
AP up 3 ships, down a cap here, but they have a tremendous firepower advantage. I don't think BRS is going to be able to get back into these caps, Zath. I just don't see it happening.
No, and they got basically baited into coming into B, and now A is lost, B is surrounded.
For the first time in forever, they've got eyes on Zulu as the rocket strike goes in on Filthy Pelican. They know now where Zulu is and how low he is.
Which means Zulu is forced to smoke before he was planning on. I'm sure he wanted to smoke up Pelican, but now he can't.
Pelican's Montana just continuing to drive south into the B cap. I don't know why, but that's what he's doing.
Nice drop by the Kuryu on the Moskva.
Ooh, they got the Moskva. I wasn't expecting that, but there he goes.
RNG favored him this time
Well,
around.
that buys them some time. BRS still down 550 points here as Pelican is about to go out.
Yeah.
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
Yep. There he goes.
All stations requesting fire on the designated target.
90 seconds on the timer for AP to claim victory here in Game 1 of the match. I don't see a way for BRS to do anything about this, Zath. I think they played too passive for too long.
Absolutely. And like I said at the beginning, that when they saw AP not going for C, they hesitated. It didn't feel like they knew what they wanted to do, and we saw the result of that here.
So what I was expecting, Zath, was, if you'll recall the game that we cast between SPF and TPK in the Swiss on this match, we saw SPF do a similar thing, right? They didn't really guard C very well, and I expected BRS to push straight through C and wrap around and give these guys some hell, and it didn't happen. They turned around, and I still don't really understand why. Zulu spotted now. He's gonna go out here momentarily. That's essentially gonna be the game when that happens. Yep.
Reina-chan's going out too. Midway takes out Yamato, Ducati.
Reina's on 600 HP, but the game will probably tick out before... Nope. There it is. That's the game.
Wow, a convincing win.
AP looking rock solid here on North in Game 1.
Look at that, the Wooster with 29 plane kills.
Pretty low for a Wooster. Now, what's really interesting to me is, again, we don't see many plane kills on the BRS side of the map. You have to wonder, is that a result of... that has to be a result of just really solid plane control by EuroCV and keeping those planes out of harm's way where they could get slaughtered, I assume.